Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and this is the Indie Game Legend 3D Development Log Update 15. A few weeks have passed and we've been doing some initial alpha testing and more additions to try and get our game mechanics finalized. Let's take a look. We're just now starting to open up alpha testing to our community, but we started with the usual friends and colleagues. This helped us find the major game-breaking bugs. Only a few minor issues actually prevented the game from being beaten, but one of the most annoying bugs was an issue with the phone. It was fairly easy to get the phone into a state where it would constantly stay up, causing dialogue to act incredibly buggy. There's a cascading effect where a bug can cause many more bugs, so at first glance after a test, it can seem like a monstrous task to resolve everything. However, often the root cause of the bug is trivial to fix. By now I think most of the major bugs have been fixed, but as usual, there are likely plenty hiding as well as many more smaller bugs. Hopefully you can help by signing up to playtest our alpha. The minigame still has a lot of work to do, but it's not a huge priority as it's really just a bonus game. But we had a lot of fun introducing layers of screen effects to get it looking like you're playing an old CRT screen of the in-game terminals. We even added a high-pass filter to the audio, making the sound seem like it's coming out of a tiny speaker. We also introduced a transition that helps better frame the context switch and explains the idea of what's happening. This ended up introducing some of the craziest bugs since the transition opened up more things to go wrong while both the main game and the minigame were loaded into memory. The worst cases weren't even caught in our recordings here, but luckily they were all pretty easily fixed. We've been long thinking about the role of gems in the game. They originally acted as a way to increase score and charge your secondary weapon. We thought about using them as a currency, but that would overload them even more. We finally decided to split them up, creating a new energy pickup to charge your secondary and ult attack. Gems would then be freed up to be used as currency, but for what? We originally thought you could use currency to buy upgrades, but the system we had in the meantime worked well enough given there were always only two options. However, getting to the upgrade shops always required opening a seal, which was tied to beating the sector and rescuing the captive Indy. To open up the possibility of getting upgrades sooner and to encourage exploration to pick up gems, we're making seals protecting upgrade shops into special seals that take gems to unlock. This is still being finished, but so far it's working out. We'll see when we put it in front of players though. Lastly, we've added special containers to the game world. Instead of coming across new weapon pickups just sitting there, you find these mysterious crates that you shoot to open. You find these occasionally in regular rooms and always at the end of boss battles for your reward. On top of these, there are a few colored containers in parts of the world that you can't quite open yet. What are they? How do you open them? What's inside? You'll find out in the second half of the game. We've got a couple of last-minute fixes to dialogue and graphics that we need to get in before we release our alpha demo, and that's coming in the next couple weeks. Our next update should cover how that goes and what some of the initial response is, so stay tuned. As always, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and join us on Twitch nearly every weekday as we continue to develop the indie game Legend 3D. Except this week, because this week I'm on vacation.